Hey guys, welcome back to Carnal Dish. Long time no see. I've been super busy gearing up for our move to our new house, but I've partnered up with HelloFresh to bring you this incredible lobster ravioli with shrimp. It's so easy to make, comes together in minutes, and it was the perfect treat for us since we've kicked carbs earlier this year. Every once in a while, we like to treat ourselves, and this was totally worth it. You can get your hands on a meal just like this, along with an entire $80 off your first month of HelloFresh using my code CarnalDish80. So grab the link below and let's get started. So as I mentioned, we're about to move in like 2 days, and there's boxes everywhere. All of my kitchen equipment is boxed up, but I left out my handy skillet and a couple utensils just so I can make this meal. If you're new to HelloFresh, it's a really delicious meal delivery service that sends you perfectly portioned, creative, and tasty meals that completely take the guesswork and common kitchen panic of, well, how much of this should I add? You don't have to worry about that here. Each meal comes with its own recipe card that tells you exactly how to make it and what equipment of your own you'll need, which is usually basic stuff that you already have in your kitchen. These meals are great for adding your own personal touches depending on your taste. Make sure you keep the recipe cards though so that you can make these meals over and over again. So I'm slicing up the garlic. I prefer sliced garlic, but you can mince yours or chop it however you want. It's totally your meal. Then you're going to take your cherry tomatoes and slice those lengthwise. Grab the tarragon and start chopping that up as finely as you can, okay? Okay, so I've defrosted my shrimp, I've patted them dry with paper towels, and now I'm just seasoning them up with some salt and black pepper. We do not want any bland shrimp, okay? You guys know we do not do bland on this channel. So you're gonna flip them over and pretty much season any side that you might have missed. So that's basically it as far as prep goes. Took about 5 minutes. So now we're going to heat some olive oil and some butter, and we're going to add our sliced garlic to that. Again, I'm using sliced garlic because that's what I prefer. I let that cook for about 2 minutes or just until the edges of the garlic slices started to caramelize just a little bit. If you're using minced, this is going to go by very quickly, okay? So you probably only need 30 seconds to a minute to cook your garlic perfectly, but if you slice it like this, it can afford to stay in the skillet just a little bit longer. So now we're going to add our cherry tomatoes that we sliced, season that with salt and pepper, and I'm also going to add a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes just for some extra heat. With these types of meals, you guys can add any type of seasoning that you want. You don't have to follow it completely by the book. I'm gonna let these tomatoes cook and get nice and juicy for about 2 minutes. Meanwhile, I do have my water coming to a boil so that I can make the ravioli, and that's only gonna take about maybe 2 to 3 minutes tops. So now we're adding the shrimp, and we're just gonna toss everything together so that the shrimp is the shrimp is coated in the fat evenly. And because this is not like the most ideal size skillet for this type of job, I don't want the shrimp to cook unevenly. So I put a top over the skillet just to trap in that heat. And what that did is it allowed the shrimp to cook a lot more evenly, and they did not overcook at all. So at this stage, we're going to add our now cooked ravioli to the mix and gently toss everything together. And I'm adding just a little bit of olive oil here. Now we're adding the sour cream. The sour cream added a really nice necessary tang and richness to the dish. It was so delicious, but I know me and I wanted it to be a little bit more creamy. So as I'm tossing it, I was like, I think I want to add a little bit of heavy cream. So I went to the fridge and I poured in about a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. You don't have to do that, but that's what I did, obviously. So I added that and let that simmer for maybe an additional 2 to 3 minutes. And I'm just tossing just to make sure everything is even. And I'm also going to add a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, some more salt and pepper, Again, personal preference. Do you with this dish. It is so delicious. This is honestly one of my favorite HelloFresh meals, and I loved every single one that I've made so far, but this was up there, all right? It's a nice little treat. We haven't had pasta since the beginning of January, and this was much needed. Now that it's done, I'm gonna just zhuzh it up with that fresh tarragon, and girl, we are about to receive our blessing, okay? That's so good. I haven't had pasta in so long. The sour cream kind of gives it like a briny taste that goes really well with the shrimp.
I'm not mad at all.
At all. Oh yeah. That is good stuff. Yeah, y'all are gonna have to try HelloFresh. They consistently come through with the delicious, quick, and easy meals, getting you out of your cooking rut and feeding your soul with good stuff. Don't forget to use my code CarnalDish80 for $80 off your first month. The link to get it is in the description box below, and I'll see you guys after we settle in our new house. Bye!
She make you wanna lick the plate. I know you love the way it tastes. Carnal dishes.